We got 55 seconds.
Gage Goff. Okay.
Alright, we've got about 30 seconds. If you're not already in here, let's start getting into the auditorium. Everybody keep shuffling on. There's Gage. There he is. The man, the myth, the legend.
No. We got 1 minute, 30 seconds. We got 1 minute left. Got 30 seconds left on that countdown. If you guys are out there, let's start making our ways inside, yeah? Yeah. We sang it a couple times on main stage. If you guys have been in the main gathering lately, if you guys know it, sing along. For all my us, guys. Please turn your attention to the screen right there. We got a video for you.
Hey, how about that? You guys are so dark. There they are. Hey, what's up, Canvas Youth? I'm so happy to see you guys here. How many days y'all got left? Wow, that was quick. 17? Who else? If you're homeschooled, you were done a year ago. You're waiting for everybody else to catch up. If you're CC, you graduated on Sunday. Let's go. If you're Zach, 2 more years. Hey, if we haven't met yet, my name is Sam Harper. I work in the kids team here at Canvas, and I also hang out with senior girls on Tuesday nights, and I love them, and they're leaving me so soon in 29 days or 17. How many? 17? Who said 29? How do you have 29 days left? Oh, I see. Anyways, they're my crew. I love them. Hey, before I get started, I've gotten something for you because you know that every time they give me the mic, I have to beg you to come serve in kids ministry. It's mandated. I'm so excited for this. Canvas is hosting its very first ever marriage conference night. It's just one night. It's May 16th. And we are doing an entire kids conference that night. And to make that kids conference happen, to make it be super, super awesome, we need 90 volunteers. That's a lot of volunteers. And I can't be using all my volunteers from the weekend because then I got 6 gatherings after that. So I need y'all's help. And I know you guys are good. I know you've served in kids, student leadership team. I know you've jumped in all over the place. So if you have any interest, if you are not married or not signed up to the conference and you have any interest in serving in kids that night, we need people to put together a band. We want to do live worship for kids. We need people to host games. We need people to teach them to pray. So if you have any interest in that, there's a QR code up there. You can scan it. It's going to pull up a form. Hopefully we'll put it back up at the end of gathering too, but we'd just love to have you. Love to have you join us, partner in us with making this conference a super awesome win, a super awesome night for kids while their parents are getting poured into. And it takes a lot. It takes a village. So if you have any interest in helping for that, please scan that QR code. Let me know. All right. Other than that, last week, you guys were introduced to this new series called Heart and Hands. And this series is all about how we can be the hands and feet of Jesus, how we can live more like Jesus, how we can live the life that God has called us to live. And so CVG kicked us off. He talked about forgiveness. And really, anytime that we mention forgiveness in a message, the entire message becomes about forgiveness. And the reason for that is that no matter who you are, no matter where you're at in life, no matter who your family is, you all have somebody that you need to forgive or want to forgive or maybe don't want to forgive. And so we talked about when do you forgive them? How do you forgive them? Is forgiving them forgetting? Is forgiving them not putting up boundaries? But I hope that was a really great message. CVG killed it, and we just want you to know that in those situations, we're always here for you. We always want to talk to you. We always want to connect with you. We can always talk through that individually. But really what we learned is that forgiveness is a critical piece of being a Christ follower, right? In fact, it's the biggest way, the most loud way that God extended his grace to us. He forgave us. And so this week, we're talking about another way that we can be like Jesus, live like Jesus, and be Jesus to others. Because in everything we do as a follower of Christ, we should be living as he lives. He set the example. We replicate it. We should be living like Christ lives. And a crucial part of having the heart of Christ is reflecting his love to others and building them up. And this is where it gets a little ironic that I'm up here telling you to build people up, because if you know me, you know that I am not the chief encourager in the room. I'm not really the chief encourager in any room that I walk into. I'm just not a chief encourager. And it's not that I don't see good things in people. I see good things in almost every person that I meet. It's that I don't really like to verbalize it because it's awkward. How many of you like receiving a compliment? Addison does. How many of you hate receiving a compliment? How many would rather die than receive a compliment? I got to admit, I thought that would be a little flipped. I hate receiving compliments. I get so awkward. I freeze up. I don't know what to say. I don't know whether to say thank you or like you're welcome because I did something good. I have no idea what to do. I hate receiving a compliment. And there's a part of me that thinks it's kind of pointless because a lot of times when people compliment me, it's like, hey, you're doing a really good job at like a certain aspect of your job. And I'm like, thanks, if I remember to say thanks because I freeze. But that's kind of just what's expected of me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thank you. You don't have to compliment me, though, because I get paid to do this. I have to. I'm not actually choosing to. Sometimes I am. But really, I just get paid to do it. So thank you for your compliment. But do you know what I'm saying? I really did think that would be a little more flipped. I'm not going to lie. My husband, on the other hand, that boy loves a compliment. I know a lot of you guys don't know my husband anymore. He used to be in here way more often, but he loves a compliment. In fact, for his birthday's in September, so last year, we had all our friends over, and being like the good little domesticated wife that I am, I made him a strawberry cake from real strawberries, baked from scratch. Can I get an amen for that? Do you even know how hard that is? Yeah, thank you. Made him a strawberry cake from real strawberries. And what he wanted to do for his birthday party, we're playing our little board games. All of our friends are over. And he says, can we do an affirmation circle? I wanted to die. I was like, you're joking. You want all of our friends to sit in a circle around you and compliment you? My body physically could not handle the cringiness of that. But we did because it was his birthday, and so we all sat in a little circle around John, and we went person to person, friend to friend, saying things that we love about John. And we got to me. I went last because I hated it. And he's all sitting there. He's precious. And he's like, okay, come on, babe. What you got? And I made such a big deal about this affirmation circle that I literally looked at him, and I was like, well, I married you, so there must be some redeeming qualities in there. And that's what I said to my husband on his birthday, whose love language is words of affirmation, because that's how much I hate it. And he's so graceful. He didn't even bat an eye. He probably wasn't even surprised. But we fast forward a couple weeks, and our staff here at Canvas goes on a staff retreat once a year. We go up to Glacier Bible Camp, where we do summer camp. And we take 2 or 3 days. We don't work. We worship. We learn together. And they bring in a guest speaker. And the guest speaker is always really great. But this year, the guest speaker was phenomenal. Like, this man leads a church there's like 20-plus campuses. They've basically taken over all of California, from what I understand. They have, like, thousands upon thousands of people have experienced Jesus through this church. This man, he's a baller, as you guys would say. He's amazing. He's phenomenal. And during one of his messages, I remember nothing else about this message. He looked at us and he said, affirmation circles are such an incredible tool that I love to use at work and with my friends and with my family. And I was like, and to make matters, it was one of those moments where you know everybody's looking at you because they know you're guilty. I was sitting next to the VGs who were at my husband's birthday party. And I knew they were looking at me. They both were like. And the Quinoneses were sitting like a row in front of me. And they were like, everybody turned and stared at me. It was awful. I thought I was going to get fired. I hated affirmation circles. But it was a super convicting moment because I was like, up until that point, I had explained away my indifference toward encouraging people as personal preference. I was like, I don't really like to receive compliments. And so I don't really like to verbalize compliments towards others. It's just a personal preference. Other people are really good at it. I'm not. And in that moment, I realized that it was more than just personal preference. It was me looking at Jesus and saying, no thanks, Jesus. I don't want to be like you. I don't want to encourage people. I don't want to build people up the way that you do. I don't want to be like you, Jesus. It was more than personal preference. I was telling Jesus that I didn't want to be like him. I didn't want to be his hands and feet to people that didn't know him. Whether or not I like to do it, Jesus wants to refine us to do it. Jesus did it. He asked us to do it. In fact, in 1 Thessalonians 5:11, it literally says, "So encourage each other and build each other up, just as you are already doing." I wasn't, but he was talking to a church. Encourage each other. Build each other up. Because Jesus, he was way, way ahead of me. He's always way ahead of us, right? So we're going to jump into John chapter 8, and we're looking at the story of a woman caught in adultery. If you don't know what adultery is, we would say cheating. Everybody say, nobody likes a cheater. Thank you. Nobody likes a cheater. So this woman, she was caught red-handed in sin. She was caught in adultery. And the Pharisees, they were the religious leaders of the day. They basically drag this woman to Jesus, and they toss her in the dirt at her feet, and they say, "So, Jesus, what would you have us do with her? The law says that she should be stoned, but what would you have us do?" And when they did this, they had a plan. Their plan was to manipulate Jesus into advising them against the law so that they could find a reason to kill him. But I guess that's not what we're talking about. But we are jumping in here at verse 7, which is Jesus' response. It says, "They kept demanding an answer, so he stood up again and said, 'All right, but let the one who has never sinned throw the first stone.' Then he stooped down again and wrote in the dust. Let the one who has never sinned throw the first stone." You guys know how sometimes you really got someone, like you really had a zinger, you really stumped them, and then you sit there and you wait for what their face is going to look like because you really got them? Jesus got them so good. He knew he really got them. He didn't even bother to wait for their reaction. He went back to doodling in the dirt. He got them that good. And in John 8:9-11, we continue on to see when the accusers heard this, they slipped away one by one, beginning with the oldest, until only Jesus was left in the middle of the crowd with the woman. Then Jesus stood up again and said to the woman, "Where are your accusers? Didn't even one of them condemn you?" And she said, "No, Lord." And Jesus responded, "Neither do I. Go and sin no more." Neither do I condemn you for the sin that you were caught red-handed in. Go and sin no more. And when I read this for the first time, and when I read it every time since, and when I read it today, I was absolutely mind blown, mind boggled at the grace, the abundant, incredible grace that Jesus extended to this woman. He didn't agree with the way that she lived, but he did show her love. He didn't condone her sin, but he did show her love. And even though he didn't compliment her in the way that we compliment our friends, he didn't say, "You're so pretty. You have such cool shoes." I don't really know what you guys say. "You're really smart." He didn't compliment her like that. That's not the way that he built her up. Those things aren't bad. Please compliment your friends like that. But he still built her up in the way that he defended her. He defended her to the people that wanted to stone her to death. He challenged them. He extended grace to her. That's how he encouraged her. That's how he built her up, was by extending grace to her. And so how do we encourage others like Jesus does? We just do what Jesus did. Jesus did it. We replicate it. I've got a couple points that I want you to write down, and my challenge to you is always, always, always that you carry these points into your next couple weeks, because your life is not going to be changed by this message. Your life is going to be changed when you live it out. So write these points down, carry them into your next 2 weeks. This right here is not life-changing. It's awesome. What you do with it is how your life gets changed. It's how other people's life gets changed. First point. Everybody say first point. I just realized that that's kind of a kids ministry thing that I do that I probably don't need to do with you guys. That's my bad. First point. Have grace for one another. Have grace for one another. I've got news for you guys. We are all the woman caught in adultery. And I know that a lot of you aren't cheating on your spouse, unless maybe I don't know you like I thought I did. But I do know that a lot of you have cheated on a test. I know that a lot of you had lied to your parents. I know that a lot of you probably have vapes in your pockets right now. I know that a lot of you have sinned. I know that all of you have sinned. We are all sinners. And sometimes all we need when we're stuck in our sin, even if it's not adultery, is for somebody to meet us there and give us grace and encourage us and build us up. We don't need somebody to beat us down. We don't need somebody to say, yeah, man, what you did was a sin. You're a terrible person for that. We need someone to say, hey, that was wrong. I love you. We need someone to extend grace to us because while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Did you know we weren't all perfect before Christ chose the cross? We were still sinners. We still had the vapes in our pockets. We were still partying on Friday, Saturday night. He still chose us even then. And it was our sin that held him on the cross, and he chose that abundant grace. He built us up. He saved us by doing that. This grace that he has us is a gift, and it's a gift that we get to extend to others. We've received it. We give it. That's how it works. It flows through. We have grace because we've received grace. And sometimes we got to have grace when those around us fail. Parents fail us. Friends fail us. Boyfriends and girlfriends, they fail us. Grandmas and grandpas, they fail us. Jesus chose to have grace when we all failed. So I want you guys to imagine your sin, and I don't care if it's your darkest, deepest, dirtiest, most secretest sin, or if it's the white lie you told earlier today, but I want you to imagine your sin, and then I want you to imagine the people who are hurt by your sin, the people that haven't gotten past it yet, the people that haven't maybe forgiven you yet, the friend that hasn't let you back into the friend group yet, the parent that doesn't trust you the same yet. So I want you to imagine your sin and yourself surrounded by those people, and then I want you to imagine Jesus walking in and defending you. Not condoning your sin, not saying it's okay, but saying, I love you anyways, and I choose you anyways. How would you feel if to your parents, Jesus built you up by choosing you? If he encouraged you by choosing you, how would you feel? And how cool would it be if you took that to others? How cool would it be if you took that grace to others? Our world would be different. So that first point, have grace for one another. Second point, boldly love. Be bold in the way that we love. Galatians 6:1 says, Dear brothers and sisters, if another believer is overcome by some sin, you who are godly should gently and humbly help that person back onto the right path. And be careful not to fall into the same temptation yourself. People around you are going to struggle with sin. That's the reality of our fallen, broken world. We struggle with sin. You struggle with sin. I struggle with sin. But we're the church. You're the church. You didn't come to this. You are this. You're the church. You get to be the hospital for the broken. It's not here. You get to bring it to others. And please, do not go home and say, Mom, Pastor Sam said that I need to love people even when they're sinning, so I'm going to go to that party on Friday. Don't say that. Don't pin that on me if you do. You can pin it on Zach. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that if your friend's smoking weed, you should say, hey, I don't think you should be doing that. I love you. I'm following Jesus. Come with me. I'm not saying go to the party. I'm saying grab your friend by the hand, tell them that you love them, and say, come with me. I'm not going with you. I love you, but you got to come with me. Come to youth with me on Tuesday night. Come to church with me on Sunday. I'm not saying go to the party. I'm saying love the people that are at the party by inviting them to church with you, by showing them Jesus. Your job is just to love people. Your job is just to reflect Jesus to them. And then you get to lay your head on your pillow at the end of the night and tuck in tight and know that God is going to do the rest. It's not your job to save them. It's your job to love them. It's your job to sow Jesus to them and then let God do the rest. You've planted the seed. God waters the seed. He changes their life. But you have to learn how to love and be honest. I know this is hard. You have to learn to look at your friend who is living in sin and say, I don't agree with that. You're living in sin. It's hurting you. It's separating you from God. You have to learn how to say that. That's honesty. You're loving them by saying that. You have to love them boldly, but also be honest with them, and you'll find that it's one and the same. You're loving them boldly by honestly telling them what they're doing is wrong. Jesus didn't condone the woman's sin. She was caught red-handed, sleeping with somebody that was not her husband. And Jesus did not say, that's all right. That's okay. He didn't say that. He said, I forgive you. Go and sin no more. That's what Jesus said. But he loved her anyways. You have to boldly love and be honest. Point number 3 is to encourage transformation. Encourage transformation. We are all meant to be transformed when we are introduced to who God is. That's why I had you write these down so that you can live them out. There's some crazy fact, did you know this, that you forget like 75% of the information you hear within like 20 minutes? That's crazy. You wrote it down. You can't forget it now unless you lose the piece of paper or your phone. We all know you're not going to lose your phone, so you're set. 2 Corinthians 3:17 says, for the Lord is the Spirit, and wherever the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. So all of us who have had that veil removed can see and reflect the glory of the Lord. And the Lord, who is the Spirit, makes us more and more like him as we are changed into his glorious image. Having the heart of Jesus comes from accepting him into our lives, into our heart, letting him in to change us, letting him do the work. And then over time, we're able to be changed into his glorious image. More and more, we're changed into his glorious image by letting him in, letting him do the work, by experiencing the transformation in our own life. You encourage transformation by being transformation. The best way to encourage transformation is by being a living example as a Christ follower. If we call ourselves Christians, but we don't live by example, we're not reflecting the heart of Jesus. If we call ourselves Christians, but we're the meanest person in the hallway at school, if we call ourselves Christians, but we have the worst road rage, which I do, if we call ourselves Christians, but then we cuss the loudest, that's how people get a bad taste about Christians. That's how they learn that they don't want to follow Jesus. Other people's lives are transformed when your life reflects Jesus. When you're a Christian, you've got a job to do. You've got a God to exalt. You've got a gospel of incredible good news to bring to every single corner of the world. You've got a purpose. You have to live that way. I have to live this message because CVG made me preach it. So now I got to live it. It's a challenge to me just as much as it's a challenge to you. You've got a job to do and a God to exalt and a gospel of good news to bring everywhere. You're a new creation. The old has gone. You've been made new. You've been saved. You've been chosen. And now you get to do that for others. So if you guys want to grab your connection cards, there's a couple options on there. The first is I choose to give my life to Jesus. Whether you're checking that box for the first time or the 100th time, we want to know and we want to celebrate you. The second one is I want to be more like Jesus in the way that I encourage others. I'm checking that box. The third one is I struggle to encourage others. I'm checking that box too. And that fourth one is I want to connect with a leader. So you guys can go ahead and take a moment to fill those out. When you guys are done with your connection cards, you can go ahead and stand up and join us at the front. We're going to sing a song called What a God. And while we're singing, I just want you guys to remember that what a God. This isn't just a song. These aren't just words. What a God. What a God that comes into our heart and piece by piece, more by more, transforms us into his glorious, incredible image. What a God. So I want you to invite him in. Invite him in to reap out any sin that's in your life. Invite him in to break away that gap between you and him so that you can be him to others, so that you can be Jesus to others. Let's worship.
I thought you were, you better. What a God, what a God. What a God, what a God. What a God, what a God. What a God, what a God.
And I've seen it all. Your love has changed my life, forever satisfied. God, you are my everything. If the highest place I reach is at your feet, then I've done it all. And if the best thing that I've seen is your glory, then I've seen it all. Your love has changed my life, forever satisfied. You are my everything. What is the only thing you see? Then I've heard it all. Feel your heart and never see your hands. I still have it all. No treasure of this life could ever satisfy. You are everything. Oh, you are my everything. You are my. What a God, what a God. 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 If the highest place I reach is at your feet, then I've done it all. And if the best thing that I've seen is your glory, then I've seen it all. Your treasure of this life forever satisfied. God, you are my everything. If one word is the only thing you speak, then I've seen it all. If I feel your heart and never see your hand, I still have it all. No treasure of this life could ever satisfy. You are my everything. You are my everything. You are my everything. If the highest place I've reached is at your feet, then I've done it all. If the best thing that I've seen is your glory, then I've seen it all. Your love has changed my life, forever satisfied. God, you are my everything. If one word is the only thing you speak, then I've seen it all. And if I feel your heart and never see your hands, I still have it all. No treasure of this life could ever satisfy. God, you are my everything. You are my everything. You are my everything.
Yes, you are.
You are my everything. You are my everything. If the highest place I've reached is at your feet, then I've done it all. And if the best thing that I've seen is your glory, then I've seen it all. Your love has changed my life, forever satisfied. God, you are my everything. If one word is the only thing you speak, then I've heard it all. If I feel your heart and never see your hands, I still have it all. No treasure of this life could ever satisfy. You are my everything. You are my everything.
Yes, you are.
You are my everything. You are my everything. You
your voices. Lift your voices.
You are my one thing. You are my one thing. You are my one.
You are my one thing. You are my one thing. You are my one. Give me Jesus. Give me Jesus. You can have all this world. You can have all this world. Just give me Jesus. Give me Jesus. You can have.
This world.
You can have all this world. I don't want anyone else. I don't need anything else. You are my one thing. You are my one thing. I don't want anyone else. I don't need anything else. You are my one thing. You are my one thing. I don't want anyone else. I don't need anything else. You are my one thing. You are my one. I don't want anyone else. I don't need anything else. You are my one thing. You are my one thing. I don't want anyone else. I don't need anything else. You are my one thing. 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 Just give me Jesus. Give me Jesus. You can have all this world. You can have all this world. Just give me Jesus. Give me Jesus. You can have all this world. You can have all this Dear Lord Jesus, I just thank you for this time that we can just get together and just gather and just praise your name, worship your name, and just give you the glory. God, I just pray as we break out into this time of cruise that we can just lean into others and just lean into your wisdom and just speak life over each other and just kind of prepare our hearts for the rest of the school year and the rest of our night. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. You guys are dismissed to go to your cruise. Have a good time.